Hello, Aries. Welcome to your weekly reading for March 27th to April 2nd. This is for Aries, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, get more specific and detailed with your reading. I do this, Aries, because I love you, and I want you to feel like it's a personal reading rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it's been used for thousands of years. It's had major influence in divination, including tarot, and that's why every tarot card is assigned an astrological element, a ruling planet. I mean, we go really deep when the two are combined. So, Aries, hey, how are you doing? Come on, there's some great stuff that's been going on for Aries. Now, if you saw my last reading, there was so much activity in your sign, right? We had that new moon in your sign. We're officially in Aries season. Jupiter's in your sign. It's phenomenal. Now, this week, the big thing is your ruling planet, Mars, is going into Cancer, all right? So, finally leaving Gemini after being there for 7 months, is moving into Cancer. Mars is in fall in Cancer, which isn't like a bad thing, but think about Mars, right? Planet of action, drive, wanting to do things, and Cancer is just more like, it's more softer. It's a little bit softer, more sensitive, but it's not a bad thing. What it is it's going into your fourth house. All right, so you could find a lot of activity with things regarding your home, all right? Even relationships, your family, all right? Mars and Cancer, that's really, that drive is there, that action's there, but there's emotion behind it, okay? There's a lot of emotion behind it. Now, another thing I want you to pay attention to is Monday, okay? The reason why is because Mercury is conjuncting Jupiter, and both are in your sign. Both planets are in your sign right now. So not only is this a really good day to communicate the things that you need, it's a really good time to sign contracts. Remember, there are no retrogrades until next month. We're lucky to have no retrogrades right now. Last thing I want you to mark down in your calendar, Thursday, your ruling planet, again, Mars, trining Saturn. Okay, so this is amazing because a lot of these new things that are happening in your life, like this is really, Saturn brings stability, all right? It brings structure. So it's all about creating these long-term goals for you. Aries, you're all in it to win it right now. And on that same day, we have Venus conjuncting Uranus, and Venus is in its home sign. So what does this mean for you particularly? Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you. This is a great day for love. And this is, Venus is actually, Venus and Taurus is actually in your second house of self-value, self-worth, but also money. So there's a lot of stuff happening this week for you. A lot of stuff happening this week. And especially with Mars in Cancer and Venus conjuncting Uranus. Uranus is a planet of surprises and unexpected things. So you could be surprised this week, all right, with something that has to do with love, something that has to do with passions. There could be someone coming through, okay, someone that you didn't expect. You could have one of those serendipitous moments at Starbucks where you meet the love of your life, or maybe the love of your life that you're seeing now does something very special for you. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's see. I'm very curious. Aries, I'm very curious. Let's see what's going on for you for March 27th to April 2nd. Again, this is for Aries, Sun, and Rising. All right, so Aries, like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, gives, in my opinion, the best overview here. Secondly, Aries, I love you. I love my Aries. Y'all are so amazing. And happy birthday. All right, happy birthday, Aries. I hope you're having an amazing birthday season. If your birthday's this week, I hope you're having an amazing birthday week. As you know, last week, with all that activity in your sign, a lot of activity into you moving into this new era. You can even feel it. You may be feeling it. Just a sense of renewal, a sense of newness coming through. Now, looking at your spread, yeah, you're feeling it. Well, hopefully you will be feeling it a lot more this week. This is a great week. Now, you're going to have to there's almost like tug of war energy that's happening here. Listen, you're going to be on the winning end. Now, listen, Knight of Cups. Hey, we all love the Knight of Cups, Mr. Romance, right? Knights are this is really Nine of Cups is very interesting, right? Because the Knights represent fire and the Cups are water, and fire and water don't necessarily mix that well. But you know what's really interesting? This is 1000% Mars and Cancer, basically. So, what's really interesting here is that this is saying that there could have been there could have been something new that came through, again, with all that activity in your sign, especially that new moon, all right? That came through, something you're passionate about. It could have been a relationship. It could have been a suitor. I don't know if anyone says that word. It could be something that is job related, career related. Listen, the Knight of Cups, sure, he is Mr. Romantic, right? This is someone, so a lot of y'all, it will have to do with relationships, okay? It will, and you may be feeling that someone has come into your life. And it could even do with friendships, too, is a message that's coming through, like platonically as well. But remember with Mars going into Cancer the last weekend, and that's going to be for a few weeks. That is your fourth house of relationships, okay? But also with family as well, and even things at home, all right? Some of y'all are moving in with your partners. I love that. One other thing that I want you to know is that there's a lot of creative energy that I'm feeling from you, and there's a lot of creative energy in this card, all right? You do see, by the way, the wings of imagination on his helmet, on his shoes, but you also see, if you take a really close look, the fish on his armor. The fish representing creativity, all right, and imagination. So I love this for you because there's a lot of you. The Knight of Cups is really just, he just wants to fill his cup. He just wants to like be fulfilled emotionally. And a lot of y'all are on this path. There's been new things that have come into your life, all right, and if it hasn't yet, put some action into those things that you're really passionate about, because you have the Knight of Cups, all right? You have the Knight of Cups, and then also I gave you those dates. There are some great aspects this week. Now, look, in the heart of your spread, you got the Queen of Pentacles. I love this for you, all right? The Queen of Pentacles, she's very, very grounded, because the Pentacles are, earthbound, right? And this is money and wealth, so she is the richest queen. Now, she's very Capricorn, all right? Think about Capricorn. They're very pragmatic, very practical. They're hardworking. You can even see the sea goat here in her throne, right? So very Capricorn energy, and it's really just that work ethic, that hard work to build the world that you want, to become the richest queen. And when I say rich, think of wealth in all areas of your life. Money and wealth is a big thing, sure, for y'all particularly, yes. But it's also, wealth comes in so many forms, wealth in family, wealth in love, wealth in, just the personal, wellness. And you even see the little bunny rabbit in the corner here representing fertility. This is great. You're in a good place. Build the world that you want. Build the world that you want. Even if it feels like you've had to burn it down, build it up. Build the world that you want, because you have all the planets on your side, and look at your spread. Now, the reason I say, even if you had to burn it down and build it up, you see that you did get the Tower card. However, it came in your challenge area. Challenge is really more just it's a technical term. It's your breakthrough area. Now, what's really interesting is that it came in it came in this part of your spread. All right. So one thing that the biggest message that's coming through is that there could have been a big incident that happened, okay? You could have looked at it unfavorably, right? Because the Tower is a card of chaos and destruction. You see the people falling out of the Tower, okay? They have no idea where they're going. They have no idea what happened. You see the lightning strike, knocking the crown off the Tower, all right? Here's the thing. The Tower moment doesn't happen to you. It happens for you, okay? It happens for you. It puts you on that path. What comes after Tower? The Star, right? The card of hopes and dreams and faith. Now, with it coming up in your challenge area, challenging your Queen of Pentacles, there could be a moment this week, but again, the message I'm getting, it's already happened, that was something that you didn't expect, and it was something that was just kind of a little bit crushing, but it was something that you needed, and it was something that you looked back on and said, okay, actually that was the best thing that happened. It could have been one of those things where something's gonna have to happen soon, all right, and you're dreading it, and you're just oh my goodness, I just don't want jury duty, or like you have to move and it's just you have so much work and it's just just like those things, and then like something happens with the movers or whatever, but then afterward you realize actually that was like the best thing. During jury duty, I met the person, that I, my soulmate. Like, like the moving company was, late, but because they were late, 4 hours late, they didn't charge us anything, and they actually gave us like a free basket of cookies or something more significant than that. But you know what I'm getting at here. So know again that if there is something that feels unfavorable at the moment, it was meant for you, all right? And whether it's something that is meant for you in your physical world, especially with the Queen of Pentacles showing up in the heart of your spread, or within, all right? Because that is also kind of like a test, testing your patience, testing how you're going to react, testing how, is this, I always say, no matter the incident, no matter what happens in any sort of situation, it's how you approach the situation, how you come out of it that matters the most, right? It's, you learn from it, you grow from it, you become stronger, you can become better people. Now this is so just know that again, big message is something may have already happened for some of y'all. It could be happening, but just be ready to embrace it, okay? Be ready to embrace it and never fear the Tower card. Never fear the Tower card, because if you fear the Tower card, you already build a blockage for yourself, all right? So I know a lot of people have, maybe when they see it, they tend to fear it. I know that Hollywood's given it like a really, weird thing, but it's you're good. Now, you did get the Four of Cups in your crown, but you also got the Two of Swords in the root of your spread. So this is really interesting here. So the Four of Swords, the Four of Cups, this came up in your crown. Clearly, this is we're linking this to the Tower. So this is all about gratitude, right? This is, you see, he has 3 full cups, universe, hand of spirit, offering him a 4th cup, eye level, right? Eye level. He can see it. There's no illusion here. No delusion. If you're at a bar, someone offers you a drink like that, you're not going to pretend that person's not there, right? You see it. He sees it. But look at his reaction, all right? A little bit just, he's crossing his arms. He's crossing off his heart. Not really cool in the moment, okay? He could be a little bored. He could be a little unsatisfied with some things that are happening. He could just be like ready for something else, okay? Now, here's the thing. This is really significant because it came up in your crown. Not only did that happen, the Hand of Spirit only appears in the Aces. This is the only card outside the Aces it appears. Now, this is testing your gratitude. Remember, I said these tests, you got with the Tower, their challenge, and now the Four of Cups. It's almost like there's this week, there may be something that does happen where you're just like, this is not cool. But remember what I said, it's how you approach these situations. It's how you come out of it, right? That matter the most. You always want to keep your energy levels high, all right? Everything is a learning experience. Life is not a Disney movie. It's not a lemon meringue pie. Life, we have challenges. We have ups and downs. We learn from them. We grow from them. We are built as human beings, not robots, okay? There's a reason for that. There's a reason why we were given a range of emotions. Now, what's really interesting is your ruling planet in Cancer, okay? And why that is because when Mars is in Cancer, remember, all that action is, a lot of it's like emotion based, intuitive based, but really sometimes like you can have a tendency to be, with the Mars in Cancer, a little like reactive, or maybe even sometimes passive aggressive. I'm not just saying that just for you, that's just in general, right? But with your spread, yes, there could be a little bit of you, something could come through, and it probably, maybe, something could have probably not worked out, all right? But again, know that it's because there's something better down the line, but it's just keep your energies high, all right? And I've already given you examples. Like another example is, I think that I may have said this in one of your readings in the past, but there was this job I wanted. It was the dream job, all right? And I went through 7 interviews. 7 interviews, ultimately did not get the job. I did not get the job. And I wanted to rage. I wanted to just, take a baseball bat, smash my windows. I mean, that was a lot of interviews. And as you know, and when you interview for jobs, it's really taxing. It's because, you're interviewing for other jobs. And anyway, long story short, the job that I got after, my salary was a lot higher. I got to work from home, better benefits. That was my dream job. You see, that was my dream job. Had I gotten that first job, never would have even looked. Do you know what I mean? Like, so just know, and I'm only saying this because you got the 4 of Cups in your crown and the Tower and the 2 of Swords in the root of your spread. Okay, so just have that gratitude. Gratitude is what fuels the positive energies around us in this world, in this universe, between each other, right? Think about the laws of attraction. Gratitude is so important. Now, 2 of Swords, hey, in the root of your spread, some of y'all really, remember I talked about intuition, trusting your intuition in this moment. You see the sliver of the moon. But there could be something this week that comes up where you are going to have to make some sort of decision, or you may be in a situation where it's kind of like out of your control and it puts you in it, right? Like a rock in a hard place kind of situation. Now, this week, I want you to be able to take off that blindfold, but I want you to be able to spend time thinking about this decision, right? All about duality, right? Duality. Now, you see that there's a lot of water here, so it could be like a very emotionally based decision with Mars and Cancer, all right? A lot of y'all, it could have to do with a relationship, it could have to do with home, it could have to do with even career, especially with the Queen of Pentacles here. But at the end of the day, with this being in the root of your spread, take that time to really make that decision, okay? To really think things through, all right? I really want you to have that moment. I really do. Listen, this is, it's going to be a pivotal week. But you do have so much great power behind you, okay? You have so much power behind you. Now, look at your future. You got Judgment. There you go. Hello. Happy birthday, Aries. You're coming to the end of this major journey. You're coming to the end of it. There's a new one beginning. You can see that Archangel Gabriel is blowing the trumpet here. The dead are rising, the dead are graying. Tarot, that's, it's wisdom. All right? So it's right before we come to the world. At the end of the major arcana, it's right before you start your new journey. You have to have that moment of clarity. You have to have that spiritual awakening. You have to know who you are. You've gone through the entire journey, right? Starting with the Fool all the way to Judgment now, okay? And so one thing that I want you to know, this is really key. Because of the rest of your spread, that gratitude is really important, okay? You can see Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet. What is that? What is it blowing? What does that mean, right? Well, it's hearing the blow of the trumpet. Not literally, but having that moment of clarity, okay? Again, that spiritual awakening. Now, only card in tarot that has a huge connotation of sound. What is sound? It's vibrations, right? We talked about energy, raising our energy levels, and gratitude brings that, okay? Gratitude, what did I say? It fuels positive energies, right? In the universe. And, we're all made of energy, all right? Albert Einstein said it, Nikola Tesla. It's not my opinion, all right? It is a fact. Open any physics book. We're all made of energy. We vibrate at a certain frequency down to the molecular level. If you have a low vibration, you're not going to attract the things that you want, all right? Speaking of Albert Einstein, I think I said this in one of your last readings, is, Albert Einstein said, match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality, all right? So it's all about raising your vibration levels. And again, another reason why sound is healing, all right? So when you hear the blow of the trumpet, when you have that spiritual awakening, when you have that gratitude, when you raise your energy levels, no matter what happens this week, you're golden, all right? You're golden, because sound is healing, and it has been used for healing for thousands of years. Think of Native American drum beats, think of Gregorian chanting, think of, even currently, like gospel choir. I mean, sound heals us, all right? So this is a great moment for you. And you know what? Let's just clarify it. There you go. Boom. Happy birthday. 8 of Wands. Aries, come on. Look at that. I love that. Once you have that moment of clarity, look how fast things move for you. Boom. Light speed, all right? This is the only card where there's no person, no figure, no nothing but 8 wands zipping through the air. There's a lot of enthusiasm in this card. A lot of, that wands are, passions and, our ideas and creativity, but also work related, enterprise related, right? Because that's where you put your passions into a lot. And it's still like looking at your spread. Once you have that moment of clarity, once you have that gratitude, once you raise your energy levels, boom, things just move really fast for you. They move really fast for you in a huge way, Aries. In a really, 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 really big, huge way. So I really love that for you. And some of y'all are going on trips, so I'm very jealous. Now, let's get to your stuff. Aries, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from you. I don't think I ever hear. I like Aries rarely leave comments. There's like 2 or 3. I want to hear from Aries. I want to know what y'all think. And if you are not a commenter, I just love emojis. If they always bring a smile to my face. Lastly, if you're a subscriber, you're amazing. Thank you so much for being here with me every week. You are awesome. You make my day. I wouldn't be here without you. I'm very grateful. So I really appreciate it. Now, Aries, look at this. I'm about to make your day. All right. Boom. You got the 2 of Cups. All right. So this is really interesting. A lot of this is relationship related. For a lot of y'all, what's happening this week it will be relationship related. Okay. Now, I don't want you to think that's purely love and romance. This, think partnership, okay? It could be career, it could be with a boss, it could be with a colleague, it could be, even like I said, platonically, all right? Another message coming through is self-love, relationship with yourself. But at the end of the day, this is the, in layman's terms, we call it the soulmate card, the twin flame card. I mean, this is Venus is going wild here, right? So, 2 becoming 1. You can even, it's you see the caduceus in the background, all right? So, very old, like alchemical symbol, like the 2 serpents around this rod. I don't know if you're into yoga, but it's from the base of your spine going through all 7 chakras into like the divineness. It's those 2. It's just oof. It's that driving life force. All right. I really love that for you. You're looking for it. You're seeking it. A lot of you are looking for relationships, especially with Mars, your ruling planet going into Cancer in your 4th house. That's going to be a big thing for you now. Okay, some of y'all are wanting it now. You want these relationships, or the ones that you are in, you want to take it to the next level, or the ones that you have just really recently got into. You're like in it to win it. You're feeling it. All right, you're really feeling it, and I really love that for you. Again, it's not just if you're not here for love, career as well. All right, taking relationships to the next level, partnerships, your status with a relationship with another, if you're an entrepreneur, like another company, or within your work, like with your boss. But in any case, you got the 10 of Cups. When I say you're about to, things are good, okay? First, things are good, all right? This is happy life, happy family, happy home. This is, you can see it's the only rainbow in tarot, right? Indicating promising future. And you see all those cups aligned in the card, all right? In the rainbow. Come to think of it, I have not seen the 10 of Cups in a while, all right? So this is really great. This is just pure happiness. Look how happy they are. Aries, look how happy they are. All right. This is in your external influences area. All right. There's going to be something that brings you that joy and happiness. All right. And it's almost like there's this contentment. Is it contentment? Is that a word? Just happiness then. All right. Happiness that this week, it's almost like a sense of fulfillment that is coming through with where you're at. It's gonna be a feel good moment. I love that Mars trining Saturn energy for you. I really do. I really love that. Listen, you also got the moon. Hey, there you go. All right. This came in a part of your spread where it really is more about you wanting to be in a place where you no longer have to, fear your future. Okay, that's really it. You do see the two towers here, columns, what have you. Again, a lot of duality, and with the moon, you can see that both the time. What's wrong with me? The tame and the wild parts of, I mean, you see the dog and the wolf, they represent the two, right, of your mind. All right, moon, intuition. But listen, we take it back. All right, take the moon, we'll go all the way back. All right, the etymology, it comes from Luna, goddess of the moon, right? That's why we have lunar landings, lunar phases. But if you think of, if we go all the way through the etymology of the word, we come to lunacy, okay, where we go a little crazy during the full moon. This is the fullest moon right here, right? And so there's, with that like craziness, because the moon in reality, it does affect us, right? It affects our emotions, it affects animals, it affects ocean tides. The moon is very important, right? And with our connection to it, trust your intuition at this point. That's what's going to help you. All right, but really the big message is like, you really want to do this week a big thing for you. It's just getting to a point where you just don't have to fear your future anymore, where you have that happiness in your life, where you have everything that you want, where you have that world building. You're building the world that you want in a really favorable way. Now, your final outcome, you got the Queen of Swords, your second queen. Okay, you got two queens here. I really love that. And the Queen of Swords is amazing, first of all. Secondly, she's kind of like the Justice card, right? She is someone who leads with her head, not her heart. All right, so she's kind of left all her emotions at the door, right? Just like a judge, you can't, you have to, it's right here. You go with the facts. But she's all about integrity, she's all about honesty, she's all about patience, she's all about truth. She has her head above the clouds, right? So in your final outcome, you have the Queen of Swords. So this, if there is something that does happen, if there is a decision that you do have to make, if you are on this, feel like you are going through this spiritual journey and you hear that blow of the trumpet and things start moving fast for you, you are going to have that mental clarity. All right, you are going to be able to make these decisions. Just be able to hold that sword with power. There's so much power with swords, right? And swords are the mental suit, right? So all up here, okay? So much power with swords. Now, think about any of those shows that, medieval times or whatever, Game of Thrones or The Witcher, maybe not even, I've never seen it, so I wouldn't use that as a reference, but think about how you hold a sword. You hold it with authority, right? Authority. You feel empowered by it, all right? Like the Queen of Swords, okay? Straight to the sky, all right? So have a lot of power this week. You will have a lot of power this week, actually. So use that to your advantage. And because it is your birthday week, I'm giving you one more clarifier, and there you go. Aries, you're good. This is like a mic drop right here. You got the Empress, okay? Come on. I don't even have to explain the Empress to you. But I will. This is basically your soul glorified, right? Especially in nature. Spend some time outside. But this is, first of all, the Empress, she's a goddess, okay? Not a queen, not a priestess, a goddess. We're talking Aphrodite here. Especially, you see the symbol of Venus here as well, right? So there's a lot of love energy, especially with for a lot of Aries in terms of that partnership, right? Relationships, whether love or romance, or even with, colleagues, boss, or whatnot. Remember, you did get the Two of Cups here, and then you got the symbol of Venus, all that protection around love. The Empress, listen, this is all about passion. This is all about pleasure. This is honestly like, you're good, okay? And you're on to new things, okay? Because another thing is, like, the Empress is all about creation. Three is all about growth and advancement, and you're going through that here, especially with the Judgment in your future. But remember, 3, not only growth and advancement, but like birth. All right, like the Empress is pregnant, so sure, in real life, like having babies, but think of like birth as in creation of new ideas and new possibilities and new paths. But there's a lot of pleasure with that card. There's a lot of passion with that card. I mean, the Empress is the Empress, and there's a lot of maternal energy to that card too. If you are a mother, it's really nice. And with it coming in the final outcome with the Queen of Swords, I really love that. It's like you're not going to be distracted. All right, so this is just a really great week to just go after the things you want. Put some longevity to it. It's there's so much sensuality with that card too, and I love that. And this relationship energy that's coming through is really strong. So and then with Mars and Cancer, I mean, like, you're good. Have that moment this week. I mean, just remember, you have the Knight of Cups, you have the Queen of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. In your future, you have Judgment and the Eight of Wands. I mean, look at your spread. All you have to do is, if you have that moment where you feel like there's an incident that happens that you may look at unfavorably, it's what matters is how you approach it and you come out of it, okay? And having that gratitude. But you got the 10 of Cups, you have the 2 of Cups, you have the Queen of Swords and the Empress. I mean, happy birthday, Aries. You're amazing. Aries, thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.